want to dedicate this episode to my Valentine, my beautiful, amazing wife, Shelly Haddonfield. Happy Valentine's Day and welcome to the Last Video Store. I'm your host, Bud Haddonfield, and today we're going to talk about the ultimate Valentine's Day movie. And I'm talking about a little small film from Canada from 1981, My Bloody Valentine. This was a little gem I discovered while going through the video store in probably the early 90s. And I came across the coolest looking VHS cover. It had a miner, and on the back it had blood and dead bodies and holiday spirit. So I rented it, brought it home, watched it, fell in love instantly. It was one of those earlier slasher movies that hit the wave of the slashers. 1981. This was a year after the first Friday the 13th came out, so this is when all the slasher movies started really booming and coming out of this time, and it had different venues, had different holidays, different themes. This one, it starts off two miners in Hanager mine, and they're going down, and then all of a sudden, one of them starts taking off the helmet, the mask, and the clothes, and it turns out to be a female. So the other one, we don't know who it is, but it is going to be a male because we find out that as soon as she takes off her top, she has a little heart, and it enrages the other miner. So he pushes her through a pickaxe, killing her, and we assume that it's going to be Harry Warden. The small town of Valentine's Bluff is the home of the Hanager mine, and it's pretty much one of the only main jobs that it has. So it employs a lot of the younger gentlemen as well as the older seasoned guys. So the town looks very charming, cold, nice. It looks like all the residents get along except for one secret, that they don't have a Valentine's Day dance anymore. And it's because of something that happened 20 years ago on Valentine's Day. So TJ Hanager comes back to town. Apparently he had left 5-10 years ago before that to go start off his own life. And he was dating this very attractive female, Sarah, I believe her name was. Well, like I said, he packed up, leaves, doesn't say anything to his father, breaks up with his girlfriend, doesn't call, doesn't do whatever. So now TJ's best friend, Axel, who stayed behind to pick up the pieces with Sarah, he pretty much starts dating her, and they fall in love. Well, TJ comes back, and you could tell that there's definitely a little tension between the three of them. So for some reason, they figure, hey, this is the best time to bring back the Valentine's Day dance, and that's when all hell breaks loose. The sheriff and the mayor gets a Valentine's Day box that has a heart from the female miner that got killed in the beginning. And it was a letter saying that, hey, you're fucking up. You're not supposed to be having a Valentine's Day dance. I didn't forget. Love, Harry Warden. So they scramble to try to cancel the Valentine's Day dance, where Mabel, she's the older female, and she owns the little laundromat, and she is the second kill in the movie, getting a pickaxe various places throughout her body, and she's stuffed in the dryer. So the next day, the sheriff discovers her body, and they're like, hey, we definitely got to stop this Valentine's Day dance from happening, because Harry Warden's going to come back, and he's going to fuck us all up. So we definitely can't have that. So our characters, the various miners, we have 5 or 6, 7 different characters that we get back, not really necessarily backstories to, but we get a lot of interchangings within their characters with each other. Like I said, they're friends, they're close, they all seem like really good dudes, except they don't want to listen to the sheriff and the mayor. So they decide to have their annual Valentine's Day dance at Hanager Mine, which if we got a killer miner going around, let's go to the mine so you can find us and fuck us up. So, yeah.
If there's one thing I like better than Christmas candy, it's Valentine's candy. Have some.
Hey,
Oh.
Who said it?
From the heart comes a warning filled with bloody good cheer. Remember what happened as the 14th draws near. It can't be happening again. It can't be happening again.
Hell no. I wonder who sent this. Jake? Oh. Roses are red, violets are blue. One is dead, and so are you? No! No! Get away! Get away! Get away! No! No! Ah! 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 Get away! No! No! Ah! No! No!
Get killed and eaten. Where, Harry Warden?
Shut the fuck up!
Beware of what you make fun of, you little asshole.
Who?
You! Forget about having a party at all tomorrow night, or you'll be sorry.
Hey, lighten up, Hap. Piss on Harry Warden and that damn old legend. We're gonna have ourselves a party. Don't you go telling nobody.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
So Happy, the little bartender, apparently he was a miner back in the day, and he tells the story of exactly what happens. And we get a pretty cool dialogue. What it is 20 years ago, they having the annual Valentine's Day dance like they would every year. And apparently it was something that dated back over 100 years ago. It's something that Valentine's Bluff is known for. So the two supervisors in the mine, they ready to get to the party, so they leave early before all the, I think it was seven miners that was down in there, and 6 of them are still there. So they leave, they don't check the methane gas level, and they have a huge explosion, which causes, what's the word I'm looking for here? Collapse mine. So the miners gets trapped, and about 2 weeks later, the whole town's searching through the mine. They come across one miner left alive, Harry Warden, and he's gone mad, eating all the rest of the dead miners to stay alive. And this guy's so fucking whacked out, which I can understand, that he spends the next year in the state mental health facility, whatever the hell you want to call it, asylum, crazy, loony bin, whatever it is. So he spends the next year in there, and he comes back 1 year later on Valentine's Day, and he kills the 2 supervisors. So he cuts out their hearts, sticks them in Valentine's Day boxes, and delivers them to the dance. So everybody else finds it, and they have a warning. Don't ever have another Valentine's Day dance. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to fuck you up. I know I have a lot of F-bombs, but it's one of those things that you got these things going around. You better listen. So, yeah. So the bartender Happy, he's kind of our crazy Ralph. He's pissed off that the miners still want to have a little Valentine's Day party and, things you shouldn't joke around about. So he decides to play a little trick on the miners when they go to the dance. He rigged up a dummy with a pickaxe. And when they open up the door, the axe come up and it's supposed to scare the shit out of them. So this dude is enjoying his prank. And he keeps opening the door and he keeps laughing. And he's like, man, I'm going to get these kids. This is going to be great. And then he walks away and he thinks to himself, man, I got to see it one more time. So as he walks back, it's Harry Warden. And the dummy's no longer there. And we get the death of Happy in a very grotesque fashion.
Damn kids. I'll show them. This on Harry Warren, will they? Well, I'll give them a scare they'll never forget.
So our sheriff, he's trying to get in contact with the mental health facility, trying to find out, when did Harry Warden break out or escape, because there's no reason to doubt that it's not Harry Warden going around killing all these people. So he finally gets in contact with him, and that's when he gets the information that Harry Warden had died 5 years ago. So who the hell is this going around killing everybody? So, like I said earlier, we get in this weird love triangle that it's fine. It's a Valentine's Day movie. It's romantic. It's that fucking Hallmark stuff that, you know, we got to get through. But it just gets some tiresome between Axel, TJ, and Sarah. Because it's like she loves both of them, but she doesn't know which one to pick because Homeboy is her original Valentine's Day sweetheart. And now she has Axel, and she doesn't know who to pick at all. So it gets tired, and I think we could have did without, but it's cool to have some tension. So it's time for the big Valentine's Day dance at Hannah Germont, and this is extremely when all hell breaks loose. This one fella gets killed, and he gets his face shoved in a boiling pot of hot dogs and stuffed in the ice box, and his heart gets put in the hot dogs, and it's just very gross because I'm like, oh, I'm not eating that shit anymore. And then we get two other characters that go down to the mine, and they get killed. She gets put on the shower head, so that was actually pretty cool. It sucks because she was a cool character, and she definitely didn't deserve that. But we got to have some killers. It's a slasher movie from the early 80s. We got to put up with it. So a bunch of the characters think that it's cool to have a little tour of the mine, so they decide to go down. I think they said it's like, what, 200 feet down? And yeah, Harry Warden comes and he picks them all off one by one. So now we're down to just a couple characters left. We have a nail gun to the head with our little mustachioed fella. Howard, our little jokester, he gets, I think, hung up by something and his body falls, but he's already dead when that happens. There's two characters that I don't remember exactly what happens to. They pretty much go off to go make out or have sex or whatever the hell it is, and we don't ever get to see them. It might have been in a deleted scene, because I know that, what is it called? The APCA. Anyway, whatever the ones that was up for the ratings really fucked up this movie. They took a lot of the gore out, and when they had did the DVD releasing, I think back in either 2008 or 2009, whenever the remake started coming out, they added all these cut footage back into the uncut product, so we have the original movie. But for some reason, the scaling was off, and you could tell that it's HD, not HD, HD. So I'm rambling at this point. So Axel falls into this little water thing that's 60 feet deep and whatever, so we think his character drowned. So now it's just TJ and Sarah, and Harry Warden comes back and he starts to attack. So they're fighting. Harry Warden gets the best of TJ over here, and Sarah hits him with something, pulls off his mask, and we find out that it's Axel. Axel has been the killer this whole time, and it's because when the two supervisors got killed 20 years ago, one of them was Axel's dad, and when Harry Warden came back and killed Axel's father, he watched the whole thing, and it really screwed him up. So the sheriff, the mayor, and all the townspeople show up just in time. We have a little collapse of the mine. It's one of the rooms that was kind of roped off for danger for some reason, whatever the hell it is. And we get to see that Axel's arm had gotten cut off, and that's pretty cool. And but he's still alive. So he runs off laughing. Harry, we're going to get him. We're going to kill them all. And that is the end of My Bloody Valentine. And we got a cool little song. I don't know offhand who sung it, but it's pretty badass. And I wish it's something that movies would do now, because I feel like the soundtracks and the scores are really lacking in this point. So that is My Bloody Valentine.
TJ, I have to see him!
I'll be waiting in hell for you!
Harry, I'm coming. This whole fucking town is going to die. We're coming back, you bastards! Sarah, be my bloody Valentine. Daddy, gone away. Harry Warden made you pay.
This was a real solid slasher movie, especially in the golden age of the slasher movies coming out in the early 80s. So out of 10 stars, I'm going to give this one a solid 8. We had some good acting, good directing, good story, cool, eerie atmosphere. It's just one of those older traditional movies that I feel like don't get made as much anymore. Out of 10 stars, I'm going to give this one an 8. And I say you definitely need to check this one out. It can be found, I think, on Shudder. Scream Factory did a DVD release, a Blu-ray releasing of it. So it can be found anywhere. Definitely check it out. Really cool backstory behind it. I know the out-of-print Blu-ray had a documentary on that and a bunch of other slasher movies that came out around the same time. So definitely check it out. I'm Bud Haddonfield. I hope y'all have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Please like and subscribe. Check out my further videos. If there's anything that you want me to cover in the future, just drop me a message and let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do it for you. So please, thank you. I love you. Have a nice day. Peace out.